Alright, so in the previous video, which was the intro, I gave the audience a brief introduction on the topic I'm researching. It wasn't really that brief though. To add on, I had a few supportive reasonings of my own in that video as well. Now let's actually get into how cannabis has impacted the world. Now to keep it a buck, I'm here with a common interest towards my target audience, which is you, the viewers. Much appreciated, by the way. Now, this whole weed thing. I'm from New York, so we call high-grade weed Czar Pain and low-grade weed Blockwork. But how exactly do we get to the point where we can distinguish the two? Well, this all starts back in the year 2700 BCE, or around that time. Shen Nong, a Chinese emperor at the time, had discovered the plant during his travels in Asia. Shen Nong learned of these medical benefits with the plant as he used them to treat an alignment of illnesses. These illnesses were malaria, gout, senility, constipation, rheumatism, and beriberi. Let's just say after learning of the plant's medicinal value, Shen Nong listed the plant as a very valuable plant in the Divine Husbandman Materia Medica. It is the oldest and most accurate Chinese medicine book known to man. He labels the plant as a noble or upper herb, meaning it holds very high value and it's extremely beneficial. And rheumatism is just another form of arthritis. Now, all the details on how he came across this marijuana aren't exactly crystal clear, and that's a fact. The history of weed is like the history in the anime show One Piece. There's a piece of important information missing from that time, just like the Void Century. And yeah, nigga, I'm still an anime nerd even on these projects, so just take it on the hop for now. But back to what I was saying. Now, to piggyback off the part where I mentioned that there's important information and history missing from that time period of weed's discovery, I can now tell you about the theory on how weed expanded. It is said that weed got mixed up somewhere along being traded during the Silk Road trade. Silk Road sounds familiar, right? Well, the Silk Road, which you may have learned about in the late middle school or early high school, was basically the birth of trading goods. The Silk Road was an ancient network of trade routes that allowed many merchants to travel on land and water to get to certain places in a quicker fashion. This path allowed many goods to be traded more efficient, and somewhere along that timeline, weed got mixed up in the trade, which is the birth of marijuana's expansion. After that, we all know the rest is truly history, as the story goes.